What's going on, guys? Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we're here doing some Heresey of the 9 sort of stuff, or looking over some of the weapons you can get, because if you don't know, if you go, of course, to the Heresey, you can actually go to this Gift of the 9 and get some free-ass weapons. Now, it is kind of weird. Prosecutor is going to be here, but when the Prophecy dungeon comes out, we're going to be able to get more rolls of this random rolls. But one of the weapons they are going to give you for free, basically, with a decent roll, and also is not returning with new random rolls, is going to be the Adjudicator SMG. And I will say, this is a pretty cracked out roll. Dynamic sway target lock, with the Ardent Trade obviously crossing over, which is top off the magazine, is better handling and increased range. And then the bottom half is basically extra damage, which is kind of cool. Got like glass half full from back in D1. The Adjudicator itself, though, this is a really solid SMG. It's so weird it's not coming back. Yeah, you can kind of know it's not coming back because... yeah, there's the Prosecutor, there's your Relentless, and there is... that's it. Judgment is somewhere over here, I think. No! Where am I going? But yeah, it's kind of weird that the Adjudicator is not coming back with some new rolls and everything. There's a couple of Prophecy weapons that are just not returning, which is honestly so strange. I don't know what it is, but as I said, we should review this anyway because this is a really solid ass roll. If you're not a guy who does the Prophecy dungeon, obviously you won't be able to kind of get this. So this roll itself is going to be actually really sweet to kind of go in with. I know target lock isn't exactly the meta anymore, but we're still going to showcase what it's like in both some PvP and PvE. So without further ado, let's go in with the Adjudicator SMG. Alrighty, so we're going to be on, of course, a Wormhaven with the little Adjudicator look on. This is what it's going to look like. It's got a pretty clean scope, I'm not going to lie, for an SMG and everything. And it's a 600 RPM in that Sheor's Rat sort of zone, so it should have some pretty good precision damage. It's obviously going to have very little range. I mean, it's an SMG, so I'm not expecting this to absolutely map or anything. And is there a guy to my left? There's people everywhere. Ah, give me a kill. Heal me, Poppy. No. Old current scenes, I would be full HP there, but yeah, this is going to be obviously, let's say low range, but it's not exactly going to map or anything. It's SMG, so I'm not expecting to like the 720s kind of camp. But when you're kind of up close like this, no, let me get my one. I got my one, boys. I'm so dead. You know what? Actually, we're not. We're freaking re-swinging. Reach out, boys. Reach out. Oh, it was so close. But yeah, as soon as you start hitting the headshots with this sort of weapon, it actually is really nice. It does have target lock on it too, which isn't really as good as it used to be, obviously PvP and everything. And there's a guy here. There was a guy here. Give me one, give me one. And of course I go for the guy who's not shooting at me. Look at him now though, and that's what I'm saying, like the damage is actually really good in 600 RPMs. I do understand, and that guy's lagging his ass off. Oh my god, the Riz Walker. I do understand though why people might go for other sorts of more bang for your buck kinetics, but not even that. You got the Unending Tempest, which is 600 RPM stasis, so I do understand why people would go for those rolls because they'd be a little bit more consistent. And buddy, you're 1 HP. Haha, you thought you could freaking duke me? The crisscross applesauce? No, sir. We'll get this guy. And oh, there we go. Look at us cooking. Cooking with the oil. Cooking on. There's freaking so many of you. Why you all up each other's ass? Its damage is really nice. And as I said, the scope on it is super clean too. I mean, it's so nice. And with the light and dark too, I get the extra kind of range for the first half. And then you get the extra damage for the second half. That extra damage actually can come in kind of clutch, especially with target lock. If I'm spraying someone down, I get the target lock going with, of course, that extra bit of little damage. It can be kind of nasty, buddy. You're gonna run at me. I nearly got shoulder charge. Come on, someone else shoulder charge me. Someone else try to freaking shoulder charge me. I freaking dare you because I got the SMG for it. And, oh no! Freaking blink. All right. Oh my god, they're all here. He's a shotgun guy. He's gonna run in. He's gonna run in. Huh? Huh? Come on, shotgun me. Shotgun. Shotgun. I'd say he's so pissed off that we just didn't peek him. And oh my god, he just ran at like freaking 3 of us. But I just think, yeah, overall, this SMG, I think it's a really solid one. The fact that you kind of get it for free as well, like, you don't have to put anything into it. Oh, we got him. Give that kill. We'll get this guy as well. There we go. Look at that. As soon as we're up close and personal, start getting all the freaking kills. All right, I do have my super, though, and they're all out here. Well, we're going outside, boys. Come on, boys. Where's that, huh? Where's that? We're gonna actually sneak up behind them because they will not expect it. Yo, guys, can we all just, like, freaking peek me? Oh, my God, he's gonna run away. No, don't run, buddy. I've got a freaking thing with your name on it. We'll get that guy. How does that not kill? Okay, now he's dead. My god, I would have been so pissed and I'm not hitting that range. 27 actually from that range isn't too bad, but like you can't get kinetic trevor rolls and everything on this, so it's not like it's gonna be bad PvE and stuff. And ooh, lucky he was weak. But it's just kind of weird that you just can't, they're just not bringing this one back. I don't understand what that was about. I mean, they could have brought it back with like all the other ones. It's just weird that they just decided on like some weapons just not coming back. Maybe they'll come back in the future. I don't know. But yeah, as I said, it would have just been so nice to get some new rolls of this. Buddy. No! Oh, you are so mad. You are so mad, I'd say. You freaking tossed me off the map there, and I just jumped back on, and I just whiffed. I need to go for headshots. I don't know why I'm body shot firing right now, but I'd say your man's so pissed. And oh my god, this is such a tight game, boys. How are we getting freaking power play? Get the freaking flags, boys. I had no idea what just happened at the end of this game, but we legit just got absolutely freaking railed. They just... Yeah, I don't know. They just triple capped us for so long, and we were so close, and they just absolutely destroyed us. But the Adjudicator itself, as I said, it is a really nice SMG. I think that obviously the role isn't exactly the most god tier PvP role, but I still do think it can do absolute work if you can hit your shots with this. It is actually really, really nice, as I said. It can do absolute freaking work, so it is worth it just to pick up, you know, just grab a roll of it, because as you can kind of see, and of course, yo, kill him. But yeah, it's just worth picking up a roll because you get it for free. Like, the roll is legit free. You get it off that little chest and everything, so it is worth getting some rolls off, and you can hit your shots. I mean, it's still a solid ass SMG. You can go in. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course. Oh, with the little Adjudicator to come. This in PvE is actually going to be somewhat solid. Target lock obviously is so much easier to kind of get going here because it's a lot easier to keep your shots kind of going, so yeah, it's not going to be as bad. And with the dark, I'd say as well, you get the extra sort of damage kind of going when, of course, you get the damage kind of going when you get to the bottom half of the magazine, which is really, really nice. So I think that PvE, it actually has a solid place. And I do think when they were kind of giving the weapons out, they were probably gearing a little bit more toward the old PvE, because if it was PvP, they would have put something else instead of obviously target lock. Because target lock PvP right now is kind of horrendous, I'm not gonna lie. It takes so long to actually proc. But in PvE, this is gonna be a really solid ass SMG to kind of rock around and everything. It would have been really nice if they gave it kinetic tremors or something. Oh man, that would have just been so juicy to kind of go in with. But the damage is gonna be really nice as it's kinetic, and if you can hit your shots like this, 600 could do so work in PvE, and it's just a really fast sort of movement, sort of, I'd say, like SMG to kind of go in with, in terms of it's just fast RPM. I said this is probably what they want in PvE, so when you're going through the dungeon, you can just use something that will just absolutely spam the shots. So yeah, I think PvE overall, it's not bad. I just do know that straight away people are going to hit me with the other SMGs that are in the game that are just freaking cray. Like, I mean, even if you go exotic wise, you got Huckleberry with kinetic tremors, or kinetic wise. Huckleberry is kinetic tremors, which is kind of insane. I know it's exotic, but it's still kind of nutty. Oh, I'm gonna die. But you also have some other ones as well, in terms of the old, even the Unending Tempest, which is gonna be stasis. You got a couple of strand sort of SMGs as well that do absolute work. So I do understand why PvE this isn't gonna exactly be the meta anytime soon, but I still do think that it's worth picking up. That's all I'm saying. I think as a free-to-play player, it's worth grabbing a rollout because it's still kind of nice. And oh my god, I actually dodged that. What? I'm going to actually stick on a backup mag just to kind of get the target lock going a little bit more consistently. And oh my god, this gets shredded. But it is actually really nice when you have the dark and of course the target lock kind of going in conjunction. The damage is actually kind of nice on it. It's like just a little bit extra for you. So it is a nice combo. I still would say though, they kind of mixed the combo up where they could have just put like PvP perks or PvE perks, or had it with both. I don't know why it doesn't have dual columns. But I still do think that it's worth picking up because it's free. That's like the best thing I can kind of give it, is that it is going to be free loot. So if you never had, like, obviously, or never did the Prophecy Dungeon back in the day, or Trials back in the day, this is a really kind of solid weapon to kind of pick up, or Trials of the Nine was what it was called, but this is still a really solid one to pick up in terms of looks and how it feels and everything. It's a really nice feeling kinetic, I will give it that. I think there's not many other, I'd say, kinetic-y sort of SMGs that feel this juicy. And that's like one of the biggest things I kind of gave this back at the time. I have barrier on, actually. I forgot I was radiant. What am I doing? But there's not many other, I'd say, kinetic SMGs that just feel this kind of nice. I don't know what it is about the Adjudicator. It just had a real kind of kinetic-y feel to it. I mean, there is probably some people tell me about it, but when I talk about like the meta sort of SMGs, on any type of SMGs, they all feel good, but the Adjudicator just had a really cool sort of model to it. Like, if you look at it, there's not many others that are kind of like this in the game, so that's why I would suggest you just pick it up and see what you think about it. So in case even like other models of this type of SMG come out, you will know that you like it. As I said, it's just a really unique sort of model to an SMG, so it's worth picking up because it's free for that reason. And I think overall, the Adjudicator is just solid. I think it's just a really solid weapon. Well, that is it for me. And of course, the Adjudicator SMG itself, as I said, this is a beautiful SMG. I mean, there's not many in the game where I feel they kind of feel like this. It's a really kind of unique model. Was an old Trials of the Nine weapon back in the day, but now it's come back in Prophecy. I'm pretty sure you can get rolls of it. It's weird that when the Prophecy redrops again for Rite of the Nine, this isn't exactly going to be getting reprised rolls. It's not going to be Adept or anything, which, as I said, is kind of weird and why I wanted to kind of do a review. Prosecutor I'll do once it kind of comes out, and that's another free weapon you kind of pick up. But it is a really unique weapon. I think it's really, really dope. I said the roll isn't exactly the most god tier roll. It's not bad. The target lock, though, is kind of They nerfed target lock so badly. They need to buff in PvE at least. PvP, yeah, was pretty broken. PvE, though, it needs to go back to what it was. But overall, Adjudicator, it is a free weapon you can kind of pick up from that chest at the Trials of the 9. It's definitely worth trying out because it's such a unique model, really clean as scope, and it just feels good. There's something about the Adjudicator that feels so nice. But regardless, if you like the video, just like, I'm doing some more content, subscribe, and fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.